Alright, so we've got this cleaned up. You know the difference between the ends. One of them's beveled and one of them's squared off. So now we've got to put it here where the other piece was. So I need to clean this up, and what I'm going to do is, like I did with this, I'm going to take the torch and heat it and take a wet paper towel and try to wipe as much of this off as I can all the way around. Get it as smooth as possible all the way around. I don't have to take the residue off of here because we're going to go back and resolder right here. But I have like this chunk right here, and I don't want anything to interfere with the positioning or the fit when I go to put this into place. So, pausing you. I'm just going to take the torch, heat this, wipe it with the paper towel, and clean it up. I'll be back. Alright, so let's do like this. Be sure you get on the back side of it too. It's kind of hard to get to on burner, so don't forget to move the torch out of the way. Sorry I'm off camera, but I don't want to burn myself. And I need to get at it. I'll go ahead and clean these other two while I'm at it. Same thing, just wiping it off. Heat it and wipe it, heat it and wipe it. Just keep that process going. One more little spot. Alright. Got that cleaned up now. Turn this off. Alright. I'm gonna let that cool for a minute. I have this piece to go on there, and on the end it has a little rolled over chamfer. See, it's inside of there is that little bit of residue from the brazing or soldering from before. So I'm just going to take a little piece of sandpaper inside that hole and clean that up a little bit. It doesn't look like there's any blobs or anything, which is good. So all I'm doing is just running this piece of sandpaper around the inside edge of that. And this end is okay because this is not the precision fit as much so as the slide moving back and forth. And I take a little bit of this and clean it up. Yeah, looks a lot better. Alright, so I am gonna go over to the sink and rinse this out real well to make sure that I don't have any trash in there, so that when I go to fit it, I don't hang my slide up on a piece of sanding grit. Be back in a second. Okay, let's try the dry fit on this. Chamfered end, going up on here. Yeah, okay. Now, I've got to try to get these two perfectly even so that when I put the tune slide in, I don't have a gap on one of them. I notice all I did was just stick that on there for right now. I'm going to cut the slide so I've got to cut these down, because when I put this in, see how it's sticking out? I'm bottoming out in my new length, so I have to cut that much of it off. And I think I had decided on 3/4 of an inch being enough. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch looks like enough. So let's do that. And I'm gonna try to do it without taking this slide apart, because I don't want to lose this relationship, so that I can get this set to the right position, because I have no bracing or anything to work with under here. So the only thing I have to keep that relationship so it moves easy is this. So you see right now, I'm gonna have to work with it a little bit. Let's see if this, yeah, it's in there. It's in there right now. Let's see. Put it in a position. Alright, so I have to be able to do that to make sure this is in the right place when I'm done. So let's cut these 3/4 of an inch, and then I'll be able to tap this back so that it lines up with this, and I won't even have to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now and start a new one.